Hi guys, we're walking the dogs. Do you know what? It's cold but sunny. But now the sun is so bright now that it doesn't feel cold. So it's sort of, the morning started cold, but now it's gone nice. So the sun is killing the cold. But say hello to the dogs, Ella and Princess. Now, guys, Ella and Princess, they're very old dogs. They're not young dogs, just in case you're wondering. Princess is the mother of Ella. She is nearly 16 years old. She's partially blind and partially deaf. But because she gets walked twice a day, she's still very strong, very fit. She can still run. But she definitely walks slowly, if you look. Let's try and get a view on her. Whee! Ella is her daughter, and Ella is 11. These are both old dogs. Yeah, I'm not actually a very fast walker. I'm quite a slow walker. But these dogs are even slower than me. Da-da-da! There we are. Now my dogs love being walked. Love it. They literally moan to me in their dog way that they want to walk all day, and I do walk these dogs 3 miles a day every day, and my wife also walks them. So these dogs love being walked, and the reason they are behind me is because they walk very slowly. They're small dogs. So that's it, guys. So please understand that these dogs, to me, are family. I've had them for 16 years. Well, one of them, and the other for 11. And I love them to the bottom of my heart. To the bottom of my heart. I'm going to be lost without them one day. So anyway, when I get round this corner, it's going to be very windy. I don't know if you guys are going to get my comments. Oh, look, here we go. We're just getting around the corner. The sun's in my face. I haven't done a dog walk live for a while. The weather's been just too bad, but today has cleared up a bit. Hi, Karen. I thought I'd take you guys, Team Elvis, on me with a walk with the dogs, which is one of my favourite things I do, by the way. Oh, we got a delivery. Let me just get past this lorry. 1 second, guys. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Let's just get past this big lorry. So I've been having quite a think lately about defending Elvis Presley. I think I spoke about it this morning. I'm trying to post some more Elvis footage. Some more Elvis music. As much as I can find. Okay then. I'm very well, thank you. When I come back later, I'm gonna read some books, yeah? But I've been thinking about defending Elvis Presley a lot in the last few weeks, a lot. And I don't want to be too caught up. I don't want people to think that we are just defending Elvis Presley. But of course we do that, and Lisa Marie, and the Bloodline, and we're gonna do it every day. But I want people to know that we are an Elvis channel, a Lisa Marie channel. We support the Bloodline fully. So I want people to remember that we're here for the music. Hi, Tonya. It's the music, isn't it? Elvis is singing. How beautiful Elvis was. His movies, his personality, his charisma, his charm. And the way that we show that is by playing clips of his movies, playing clips of his songs, his interviews. Whoa, let's cross. The problem is when we're defending Elvis, which is quite serious, because the defending Elvis Presley topic, my hair's blowing all over the place. The defending Elvis Presley topic can get very serious, can't it? We're defending some pretty serious topics here. Oh yeah. So I've already done a 1.5 mile run. Now I will defend Elvis Presley all day long, and Lisa Marie and the Bloodline. I love it. I am driven to do it. I literally watch and read Elvis related topics from the moment I wake up till I go to sleep. I even dream about it, guys. I even dream about Elvis. That's how much it consumes my life, but I like it. Please understand, I like it, yeah? Now there's so many things to defend with Elvis, to do with Priscilla Presley, the Memphis Mafia, Colonel Tom Parker. Thanks, Karen. There's just so much information. The girlfriends, the different books, so many books. Some of these books get a bad reaction. Some people love the books. Depends what the book is. But within the books, as Karen has just said, within the books, there is snippets of information. We learn new details. Even the book, Are You Lonesome Tonight? Within that book, there is stuff that I think we need to know. Even the book, let me just get past these people. Even the book, Elvis, What Happened? I know that obviously there's some horrible negative sections in that book, but there's actually parts of that book that are not negative, are not horrible, that describe in detail Elvis's day-to-day life. I want to read those things. I want to understand those things. I want an inside look at how Elvis lived day to day through the 60s, through the 70s, even through the 50s. Now with Anita Wood's book, which is a beautiful book, I think written by her daughter, that we're reading now. We're about to go to chapter 3. There are really interesting details in Anita Wood's book that Karen got for us. Thank you, Karen. Let me just, it's a bit noisy, guys. Now, in the 1950s, we have these lovely details written into Anita Wood's book. It's fascinating, guys. It's fascinating. I'm sure that as we go through the book, and I think Karen agrees with this, we're gonna have Anita talk about things where she was worried about losing Elvis, losing him to Priscilla, yeah? I'm sure there'll be details in there that he had a bit of a temper, things like that. But that's okay. We're trying to get a good feeling for Elvis's personality, good and bad. Now we know that Elvis was just a lovely, beautiful, great, charming, charismatic, kind, loving, generous, sweet person. Very sensitive. But he's a human being like we are. There's a side to Elvis that was very normal, very human. He could get angry and fiery and short-tempered, and sometimes he acted quite spoiled. So, thank you, Tonya. Now, each book we go through, guys, and I was watching Rare Elvis Photos again last night, and at the moment he is my #1 channel to watch. He was doing a book on Ed Parker, you know, the karate champion, the karate expert, the karate teacher, and his friendship with Elvis, describing in detail how important it was for Elvis the karate world. Ed Parker was very important to Elvis. Now, I really enjoyed that read that Joe Sins did at Rare Elvis Photos. Please subscribe to him, by the way, because he's great. He speaks from the heart. This is why I like Joe. Oh, he's great. He's great. He gets a 10 out of 10 for me, and he's a brilliant singer. Now, credit where credit's due, guys. Now, there were things in that book that not everyone's going to be pleased with, because these books are as honest as you can get. Whoever writes these books tries to tell their truth. Now, we don't know that what they say is 100% truth. Now, with the Memphis Mafia book, Elvis, What Happened, we have to be big enough to read between the lines and pick out the bits that we feel are true. We also have to swallow a bit of pride when it comes to Elvis Presley, because we love him so much. He's so dear to us. We're so protective over him. We really care about everything Elvis, including Lisa and Finley and Harper and Riley and Benjamin. You know, there's a real deep love there from the Elvis fans. But we have to be big enough to listen to the good and the bad. We know that Elvis made mistakes. We know that Elvis did a lot of good. We can't brush everything under the carpet and try and make Elvis out to be this perfect angelic angel. Now, Elvis was as Christian as it gets. As Christian as it gets. He had a beautiful upbringing. A young Christian man that loved going to church, singing gospel. We know gospel was probably his most successful albums. Elvis felt a calling to sing gospel. It was deep in him and was very, very proud. And I watched an interview with Jerry Schilling, and he said that when Elvis finished his first gospel album, there was a look of pride that came across Elvis's face, because Elvis knew that he'd done a good job. Now, he didn't know it was going to be a massive bestseller around the world and win loads of awards, yeah, which it did. Elvis made sure in his concerts he included his gospel songs, and not always him that sang them. It wasn't always Elvis that sang them. Elvis was proud enough to stand back and let the others sing these songs, like J.D. Summers, etc. Now, this is my point, guys. Yeah, some of you are gonna feel a bit niggled by some of the facts that we have to read out in these books. But we are gonna be a real Defending Elvis channel. We're gonna be real. We're not just gonna sit there. You know, I'm not just gonna sit there and read really happy, smiley, happy Elvis books that only talk about the very, very happy times, the very, very good times, that even rose tint things to make them sound better than they were. We are going to be real. We're going to be real about Priscilla. Now, you know, guys, I am very upset with Priscilla, and I want an apology from Priscilla, because I think Priscilla has done so much wrong to Elvis, to his image, his reputation. I'm so upset about the movie, the Priscilla film. I'm so upset about the book Elvis and Me, that I think for nearly 40 years has done a lot of damage. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that Elvis was forced, in my opinion, into a marriage that he didn't want. Let me just keep going, guys. I'm not going to ignore the fact that for the first 3 to 4 years that Priscilla lived with Elvis, that he didn't see other people, because he did. Now, I think she also was unfaithful. They were both unfaithful, guys. Now, I know, in my opinion, that they both broke the rules. They both broke the rules within marriage. They did, guys. Now, some people don't like it. Oh, no, Elvis is perfect. Nothing was Elvis's fault. Everything was other people's fault. Now, we can't be like that, guys. We have to be honest. They made mistakes, both of them. Now, I do think that Priscilla's mistakes were much worse than Elvis's. But Elvis made mistakes as well. Priscilla did live with a man that between 1962, the end of 62, until 66, when they got engaged in December, he was seeing other people. Now, I do think that Elvis, when he settled down and got engaged, decided to get married, that he was faithful. I do think, I agree with Karen, that Priscilla knew that he was seeing other girls. She knew. She, in 1959, in 1959, when Elvis went back, she was not his girlfriend. They were not together. They had not had sex. They had a brief friendship. Then she didn't see him for more or less 2 years. They were not boyfriend and girlfriend. Even though the press tried to give the impression that Priscilla and Elvis were boyfriend and girlfriend once they met in Germany, it's just not true, guys. Now, Priscilla does move over to Gracelands at the end of 62, early 63. But she knew Elvis had girlfriends. She knew that she was not Elvis's girlfriend. Yeah? She knew it. In the hope that maybe one day Elvis would calm down, settle down, and be her boyfriend. Because Elvis was not Priscilla's proper boyfriend, I would say, really until 1966. So you have to accept that Priscilla would have gone through a tough time waiting for Elvis to settle down. We have to accept that, guys. It did happen. But then, this is the massive disappointment, that when Elvis was ready to settle down, and they get married, this worldwide wedding, the whole world watched the wedding, she gets pregnant straight away, and then 9 months later, Lisa Marie's born. And this is the disappointment, guys. Elvis fulfilled his promise, committed to the marriage, decided to give it a go as a husband, as a father. And this is where it all goes wrong. 6 to 10 weeks later, after Lisa Marie's born, Priscilla is unfaithful. Priscilla is unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor. This is where it all goes wrong, guys. This is where it all goes wrong. Yeah? And Elvis trying to be faithful, trying to be loyal, trying to be a good father. The marriage goes out the window. There's the possibility of a public humiliation because Elvis is worried that the press, the public, the TV, the tabloids are going to find out about Priscilla's unfaithfulness. So Elvis almost tries to act like it never happened. Tries to move on like it never happened. But you imagine what privately he went through. You imagine what privately Elvis went through, finding out that Priscilla had been unfaithful. Just after, 10 months after the marriage, a couple of months after the birth of Lisa Marie. So this was an earthquake happening at wherever they were living. I actually don't know where they were living. So Elvis is trying to piece it back together. They have a fake marriage, they have a fake honeymoon, they're going to see Tom Jones and Muhammad Ali, and they're going on holiday. Everything is a pretense. That's what I think. The whole marriage is fake. Fake Elvis news, I call it. Now, after that, really, they're both living separate lives, which, when it comes to their relationship, this lie about Elvis not sleeping with a woman that's had a child is just bullshit. Elvis just didn't want to sleep with someone that had sex with another man. It's that simple. Elvis Elvis's next relationship was with a woman that had had a child. So that was just an invented lie, in my opinion, by Priscilla. This lie that Elvis wouldn't sleep with a woman that's had a child. It's just bullshit. It's just a load of rubbish. Yes, it's the sort of thing he may have said when he was a teenager, but there's no way that he meant it in his 20s and 30s. It's just rubbish, yeah? Now, this is my point, guys. They go off, they both live more or less separate lives. They're both up to no good. They're both being unfaithful. The marriage is completely over. I think Priscilla was looking for a way out, and Mike Stone was her way out. But her mistake is she chose a man that was going to embarrass Elvis the most. You couldn't have picked a worse decision, a worse person to humiliate and embarrass Elvis anymore. And trust me, it happened for a year secretly. It all comes out. Elvis finds out. Another earthquake. But this time Priscilla is demanding a divorce. Not even giving Elvis a choice. Demanding a divorce. Elvis knows it's over. Of course, he throws a wobbly. He has a fit. It's all in the book. Elvis and Me, What Happened. Elvis, What Happened. It's all there in chapter 1 in the book that we've just read, Elvis, What Happened. Literally climbing up the walls with anger and demanding that Mike Stone be killed, even though Elvis didn't mean a word of it. You imagine how those bodyguards felt when Elvis was going crazy with anger and jealousy, yeah? Because of what Priscilla had done. Now, we're never going to forgive Priscilla, are we, for running off with Mike Stone, taking Lisa Marie with her. I want to forgive Priscilla. I want to, but it's tough. It's tough. I'm going to try to. We want an apology from Priscilla. Anyway, the point of what I'm trying to say to you guys is, the reason I brought all that up again, that we've heard me say many, many times, is my hair is a mess. This wind is not doing my hair any good. The reason I'm bringing up all these things that you've heard from me loads of times, of course our heart goes out to Elvis. But you also have to accept that what Priscilla went through also was very, very tough. And now I know that the way that Priscilla treated Elvis was brutal and mean and horrible and cruel. And when it comes to money, she was very, very greedy. We know that, especially the second divorce settlement. But the books that we're reading from Linda Thompson, oh my God. The books that we're reading from Linda Thompson, oh, that wind is right in my face. It is freezing now. Well, not freezing, just cold wind. The books that we're reading, oh, this wind's gonna blow the phone out of my hand. My God, now let me just get past this wind before I fall over. These books, Linda Thompson's book that Linda got me, Elvis, What Happened that Linda got me, then we've got Child Bride that I bought myself, Elvis and Me, Priscilla's book. These books are going to expose some truths. Now, we know that many of these books have got lies in. 100%. Some of these books are full of lies. Even Lisa's book, which I say is completely true. I fully believe every word that Lisa has to say. But even Lisa's book exposes very awkward, difficult, upsetting details, doesn't, about Priscilla, about Michael Edwards, the life that Lisa led after Priscilla takes Lisa away from Elvis, leaves the marital home, puts her into Scientology. Serious wrongdoing by Priscilla. takes Lisa away from Elvis. She sends her off to summer camp. Priscilla puts herself first on every major decision. Her career, her future, her success, her money. She even gives up the name Presley for a while, yeah? She really does put herself first, but then she takes the name back, Presley, because she needs it to make more money, to keep her fame. She knows that without the name Presley, that for her to be successful is a struggle, is an uphill struggle. Like my hair at the moment. My hair is an uphill struggle. Oh, God. Right. I'm walking against the wind. I'm walking against... Oh, so cold. Alright. Oh my God. Let me just sort my hair out a minute. We're getting like gusts of wind. Hi, Deborah. I'm just having a dog walk, but it's very windy. Okay, what was I going to say? So just all of it is just a mess, isn't it? All of it is a mess. It's like Elvis fulfilled his promise to Priscilla, then it all gets thrown in his face. So here we are going through all these books, trying to pick out the details, that we are trying to see what is and isn't true. What is and isn't true. This is what we're trying to do, guys. And some of these details are upsetting you guys. But I still feel that we have to do it. I still feel that we're going to have to read these books, guys. Good and bad. We're not just going to read the rose-tinted books that make Elvis look like a god or like an angel. We can't do it. We have to read all the gritty details, good and bad. Good and bad. So my point of this video is, guys, please bear with me. Let's go through these books together. As Team Elvis, let's go through these books together, and let's try and help. Let's try using these books. Let's try and defend Elvis Presley. How can I say it, guys? Whew, it's because I've stopped walking. There's no wind, but let's just try our best. Right, let's keep going. Let's cross the road. Let's just try and pick out some truths. Let's try and learn the story. And I think the more we do it every day, the nearer we're going to get to the truth. So I definitely don't mean to upset or offend anybody while I'm reading these books. I would like some support from you guys as we go through these books. Now, some of the books are going to be really positive and nice, and like Anita Wood's book. Some of them are not. So we have to stick together, Team Elvis. We got to stick together. We have to. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Take care.